Hey guys, my name is Nicole. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have more farmhouse DIY upcycle projects to share with you. If you're new to my channel, I have an antique booth named Green Onion Vintage. I do this with my mom, just trying to create home decor that fits in a modern home that still incorporates antiques. And it's been really fun. I really enjoy doing it. And I've been loving sharing the process with you guys on YouTube. So let me take you out to the garage and I'll show you what we're working on today. Okay, we're out in my garage now. If you've seen my videos before, you know that I like to just pull out a few things from my inventory and just tackle those. I have a large pile, I'll show you. It's actually kind of dwindling. This is probably the least amount of inventory I've had to upcycle. So mostly just a lot of old windows, some old boards. I really love those red ones. That's probably gonna be the next thing. So I just try to keep a few things on hand so that when I get the time to upcycle them, they are here and ready to go. So today I am going to be upcycling this old board. It's just like an old barn door, I would say, just a really small door. And the wood is so cool. I love the patina on it. I'm not going to do anything to the wood, but I did get this word cut out. I'm going to attach to it, and I have that garland draped there because I might attach that along the top. I'm not exactly sure. I think I'm going to spray paint the words white and then distress them and assemble everything. And I think I'm gonna do a hanging rope from the top so that I can hang on the wall. I think that'll look really cute. The next thing is this old piece of wainscoting. And I got this metal wreath cut out from Hobby Lobby recently, and I thought that was really cute. I think on sale it was about $18, which I thought was a really good deal. I actually really liked it on my front door, so I don't know, maybe I'll look out for another one. But I think I'm gonna paint the wainscoting a light green, since I have the white wreath. Normally I use green wreaths like you'll see over there. But I think the green and the white and the black will be really pretty. And I have that black word family that I think I'll put on the bottom. And if I don't like it in black, I might paint that one white too. But I'll probably just see after I have that green. And I'm probably gonna distress the board too, just to make sure it looks nice and antique-y. And then the last thing is this kind of big green screen. And I'm thinking that since I'm using a green wreath on this, that I'm gonna have to paint the frame color because they're just not working well together. So I think I might whitewash the frame a little bit just to tone down that dark green. Hang a wreath from the top with a ribbon and attach the gather together words on the bottom. And that's a pretty popular seller for me. Really upcycling the windows has been a really fun project for me and is definitely one of my top sellers in my antique booth. So that is what we're gonna do today. Let's get to work. Okay, before I get started on those other projects, I actually wanted to show you the process I used to create this buffet. And I'm gonna show you a before picture right here. So as you can see before, it was just like a dark wood piece. It's not really even an antique. It's just, I would say it's probably from the 90s or even early 2000s. So the drawers work really well. It was just really, really boring. So in order to create this look, I'm gonna show you. First of all, I was really nervous to use the yellow because it's not a color that I'm comfortable with. And I really started painting it just thinking that I was gonna repaint it and that the yellow wasn't gonna work. But the more I put on there, the more I really fell in love with the color. The color is Apricot from General Finishes. This is a milk paint. So I painted the whole base yellow, and then I painted the drawer fronts and the doors white. And I thought I was gonna gingham both sections, but I started the gingham on the drawers. And to do the gingham, I always just use a blue painter's tape. So as you can see, I chose to leave the knobs wood. And once I had those ginghamed, I decided to leave the doors white. I just thought that was kind of playful and cute. And I think if it was all gingham, it might have just been too much and overwhelming. If you notice in the before photo, they actually didn't have a top on this at all. It was just kind of squared off. So I actually got this sheet. I'll show you a little closer. This is actually a board that I got at Lowe's. And it was the exact depth that I needed, but it was a little longer, so we had them trim that down. And then I stained it using the medium brown water-based dye stain from General Finishes. And then I just finished it off with the wipe-on poly. So I think it came out really cute, pretty rustic, but putting that piece on top really gave it a finished look. super cute piece that I wanted to make sure you guys saw before I put it in the shop tomorrow. But now let's get to work on everything else I have to do. I just used this Krylon Chalky Finish Classic White spray paint for the first time, and it was so awesome. It went on really, really smooth. The coverage was really great, and the sprayer's a little different. Let's see if I can get this off. The sprayer looks like this. I don't know if you can see that, but it just was really easy to spray. You know, sometimes the spray paint cans, it can get kind of hard to spray and your hands start hurting by the end, but this one was really awesome. And I just love the coverage of it. I mean, it barely took any paint to turn that black word into a white word. So I am like all for this. I think I got this at Lowe's, I want to say. So awesome product. Okay guys, everything's done. I'm gonna flip the camera around now so you can see all the final results. Here's how these 3 projects turned out. I really like all of them. I just think they're really cute. Again, really farmhousey, but nice and clean and modern. And they're all 3 made from an old antique piece that probably would have just ended up in the trash. I'm really happy with them. I just love how this one came out. And I'm going to kind of walk you through what I did for each one, even though you kind of watched already. I'll just give you some more details really quickly. So as you saw in the beginning, this started out as just an old antique board with just a lot of good patina. I think it was a door, like a small barn door. The wood word cutout I purchased in black and I spray painted it white. As you can see, I kind of distressed the edges a little bit, and I even went over it with some Annie Sloan dark wax to kind of give it some age. I just wasn't loving the stark white on the wood. I didn't think it was like going well together. I thought they were kind of competing. So I aged that just a little bit. And then the greenery around the outside is just a garland, and I believe it's the baby's breath garland. And I just trimmed it to fit the space, and I used a staple gun to adhere it on there, and that's about it. I know I did say I'm gonna do a hanging rope, and maybe I will actually. I kind of forgot I was gonna do that until right now. But that's just a matter of cutting a rope and then stapling it to the back, and that'll be really pretty. So I think I will do that. Sorry, I don't have that on here, but if you wanna see that final product, I will have this in my antique booth, and I'm gonna try to post a video in a couple days of these items in my antique booth and give you an updated tour of that. So if you wanna see that final product, make sure you subscribe and hit that bell button, because that'll give you an alert whenever I post a new video. Here's the second piece. I went back and forth about whether I should put a gingham ribbon on this, but I think I like how nice and clean it is. You might notice that the frame is a different color than I showed you. At first I painted it white and then distressed it with the sander, but I just thought it was looking a little just messy, and it was looking more country than farmhouse, and I really just wanted to clean it up. So I used this light green, which I use a lot. I think it's just one of my favorite colors. This one is the Bayberry green from General Finishes. General Finishes doesn't actually make their chalk paint anymore, so the closest color that they still make would be called Basil in their milk paint line, and it's also a really pretty light green like this. And so that's just a metal wreath from Hobby Lobby, and it was already kind of distressed on the edges. I think that's a really pretty piece that I would love actually for my front door. I think I'm gonna buy me another one. And then I just attached the words with a staple gun. And I just thought that came together really nicely. And the last one is definitely my favorite. I'm having a hard time kind of parting with this actually. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna put it in the booth, but it's one of those it just hurts a little bit. So this was just a piece of wainscoting that I painted this light green. That's the same bayberry green from General Finishes. And then I distressed it really well with a hand sander. You can do it without the electric sander. You could just, use a sheet of sandpaper. It would just take a little bit longer. And then I had painted that word family. I spray painted it white, distressed the edges, and attached it using a couple finishing nails. And that is I believe they're eucalyptus wreath, and I attached that with the gingham ribbon just by using a staple gun on the back. So, I mean, it sounds like a simple process. It is pretty simple. It just takes quite a bit of time and just a lot of supplies. I'm getting the staple guns out, the hammer and nails, the paint, the sandpaper, just a lot of different things like that. So, I mean, I feel like all these projects are very doable. They're just a little tedious. And also you have to find the antique pieces. That's actually the hardest part. I did go ahead and put a little piece of wood on the back to stabilize it because I felt like the wainscoting was splitting open a little bit. And that's actually where I'm going to hang the hooks so that someone can hang it on their wall. All together, really cute. I'm happy with this. It took me about a full day to get these done, painted, sanded, all that stuff. And I'm planning on putting those in my booth tonight. So like I said, if you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel because I'm going to go up to my booth actually this evening and put these in the booth. And I'll take another video up there of an updated antique booth tour. My antique booth is called Green Onion Vintage. You can find me on Facebook also. And that video should be up in a couple days. And I have lots more videos coming up like this of projects I'm working on. I actually just picked up this old writing desk here that I'm going to be painting pretty soon, but we got to go on vacation first, which I'm very much looking forward to. So here's the final look. I appreciate you guys watching today. I hope to see you in the next video. Thanks. Bye.